Instead of you focusing on the lost 20 years, focus on the next 20 years of your life. Yung 20 years na yun, hindi mo naman mababago yun eh. And the only way for you to predict your future is through your actions today. And if you just focus on changing the way you behave, the way you think about money, then there's still hope for the next days, weeks, months, and years of your life. So focus your energy on that. Hindi yung mga bagay na nangyari na. Hey! This is Kuya Jay, and welcome to the latest episode of Pera and Purpose Podcast, a show about money and meaning. My aim is to use money as a tool to live a meaningful life. And yes, welcome sa ating bagong episode. And bago tayo magsimula, i-share nyo muna sa inyong KKK, ang inyong kaibigan, kamag-anak, kapatid, kaaway, kaopisina, kachismisan, lahat ng kayo mo. I-share mo to sa kanila. Kasi I'm sure if you've been listening to the podcast for quite some time now, and bago nito ay inyong mindset around money and purposeful living. So, ang episode natin today is very different than the ones na ginagawa ko in the past. So, if napakinggan mo na yung mga first two episodes for the year, it's all about goal setting and giving you the steps paano nyo i-systematize ang inyong financial goals this year para finally ma-achieve mo na siya. And I was thinking kung ano ba yung best ways to motivate you. So kung hindi ka na-motivate dun sa first two episodes na mag-take action today, well, I'm hoping na ito na yung episode na maaalog ka. Based on yung feedback previously na preferred ninyo yung mga may stories pagdating sa mga episodes. So, I thought na sino kayong mga retirees na marami tayong matututunan? Yung mga mayroong mga regrets sa buhay na sana inayos nila nung mas bata-bata pa sila. And I was looking sa mga videos na related sa Philippines. Yung mga Filipinos na may mga interviews around retirement regrets ng mga matatanda. Kaya lang wala akong makita. And as I was searching, may nakita ko itong video na to. Ang title niya is yung Money Lessons from Older Americans Who Learned the Hard Way. Isipin mo no, US is the most advanced and developed countries pagdating sa financial services, sa mga technologies, and all. Pero, bakit iisipin mo na meron pa rin mga nagre-retire na hindi ganun ka-comfortable? And sa episode na to, malalaman natin kung ano ba yung mga lessons na matututunan natin sa kanila, so that it wouldn't happen to us. Kaya if you're interested and you want to learn more from real life examples, from real people, real retirees na merong mga regrets, sana matulungan ka nito episode to. Dahil stick around kasi ang gagawin ko sa video na to is I'll be making a reaction video sa bawat example or bawat statement na sasabihin nila. So simulan natin itong video na to.
Dear younger self, that's how you want me to start?
Which part? The beginning?
No, read this first and then skip to that.
Dear younger self,
Dear younger self.
Dear younger self.
make sure you are paid what you're worth.
Oy, yun pa lang, you are paid what you're worth. Interesting.
Save for retirement as much as possible.
Don't cash out all your 401k at once.
So yung 401k is similar sa SSS natin. Pero may isa pang klase ng retirement account na baka ibanggitin din later.
I only have about 3 months worth of bill payments in my savings account.
Grabe, 3 months lang. 3 months worth of expenses sa kanyang savings accounts. And she's already retired.
We make very little on Social Security.
I still have to work to pay my bills.
I'm worried that my investments won't last me.
I don't have any retirement funds put away at all.
Grabe tong kay Hank, no? 77 na siya. Wala pa siyang retirement savings. Nag-work pa rin siya as a truck driver. Grabe. Kaya lang ewan ko kung ito bang nasa video is yung bahay niya talaga. So, ang ganda, no? Ayos pa rin. Compare sa ibang retiree siguro. Iba yata talaga pag nag-retire ka sa US, medyo maayos pa yung bahay mo siguro. So, tingnan natin yung susunod na kabanata. Letters to my younger self. Yun yung title na itong video na to pala.
Okay. Are you ready now?
Dear younger self,
Open up a Roth IRA and learn how to invest.
Ang Roth IRA is also a form of retirement account sa US. Sa Pinas, ito rin yung sa SSS pero hindi ko alam kung may ganito ng klase na savings account for SSS. I think ito yung similar sa FlexiFund in the past na binago na rin nila recently. So sabi niya, agahan mo daw ang pag-o-open nun.
Don't pile up debt.
I would
Don't pile up debt.
tell myself to hold on to my investment portfolio.
Hold on to my investment portfolio, okay? That's interesting. Siguro nagbenta siya ng maaga. Mamaya malaman natin.
Save more and give less.
Save more and give less. Parang ayaw ng mga Pilipino na gusto natin magbigay na magbigay. Ba't kaya niya sabi yun? Mamaya siguro malalaman natin.
Your home is one of your biggest assets. Protect it.
Definitely.
After I retired, I cashed out my entire 401k, deposited $110,000 for a down payment on the house. I also paid a 45% income tax bill
Grabe, laki.
by taking all the money at once.
I opened a Roth IRA when I was 54 finally, and I put $6,000 in it and let it sit there because I didn't know that you were supposed to invest it.
I think
What? Late na siya na... Okay, wait lang. So, late na siya nag-open nung kanyang Roth IRA, nung kanyang individual retirement account. Naglagay siya ng 6,000, pero hindi niya na dinagdagan hanggang sa nag-retire na siya. Kasi nga, hindi daw niya alam na kailangan pala siyang hulug-hulugan o pwede pang dagdagan. Grabe, no? Yung simple na mistake on investing dahil hindi mo alam. Kaya may truth dun sa quote ni Ernie Baron eh. Knowledge is power, okay? Pero of course, kung gagamitin mo yung knowledge na yun, mas powerful yun. Ay, sayang.
if I were to just leave my money alone, not move it around, then it would be worth a lot more today.
Financial advisor explained to me that I had to invest it, and I did. And now it's over $41,000.
Okay, so nag-invest naman pala siya. Pero $41,000 as a retiree sa US, wala masyadong abutin yan.
I would definitely advise younger people to put a maximum amount in their 401k or IRA match because that money grows over time.
Just imagine if I had
So okay, wait lang. Yung sinabi doon ni Harry, yung Roth IRA and 401k match. Ibig sabihin, sa US, pagka naglagay ka ng 3% of your income doon sa mga accounts na yon, 3% din yung ilalagay nung kanilang employer. Kaya siya match. Technically, that's free money. So if you are listening sa US, then meron ka mga access sa ganitong mga accounts, then maximize it. Dahil free money yan. Tapos yung Roth IRA is non-taxable pa. Grabe. Diba? Sa Pinas walang ganyan. Ang meron lang corruption. Okay, let's continue.
knew how to do that, and when I was 25 instead of 55, it would be quite a bit more.
It's way better if you plan something way ahead of time than wait till the end like we have.
Up we go. There you go. There you go. This is where he likes to sit. We didn't realize that Social Security would be so little.
Kasi konti lang yung na-contribute nila eh.
Most of my debt has accumulated with things beyond my control. It's not like we go to Vegas and have a great time and run our credit card up, but we've always needed them as well when we fell on hard times.
I missed one payment.
Okay, so wala ang emergency fund si Lolo. Kaya pagka may emergency siya, ginagamit niya yung credit card. And alam naman natin na mga credit card, notorious yan sa mga pagka mga late payments. Kung hindi ka talaga nakapagbayad dahil nagko-compound yan. So baka ganun yung nangyari sa kanya. Kasi wala siyang emergency fund. So sana may emergency fund siya para hindi siya nalubog sa utang. Okay, sinabi nito. I missed one payment on the credit card.
On the credit card. And it just ballooned. Within 6 months, it completely doubled.
Sabi ko, di ba? Nagballoon siya. Ganun yung nangyari dun sa isang retiree. Dahil nga, late yung kanyang payment sa kanyang credit cards.
Federal Housing Administration gave us a loan. The interest rate back then was 13 3/4, and it just grew so fast.
Grabe, 13% na loan, na interest loan. Wow, that's too much.
Eventually, our loan was so big we couldn't manage it, and we ended up moving off of the farm.
So may farm pala siya before. Kaya lang nga, napakalaki ng interest rate, hindi niya na-sustain, hindi niya nabayaran, and nawala din yung farm niya sa kanya. Okay, so ganito no, when you're borrowing money from the bank or siguro from other institutions, it's really nice na you read the fine print. Dahil pagdating sa mga interest rates, kada porsyento ipaglalaban mo talaga yan. Dahil malaki yan eh. Ang niloloan mo is usually millions if not hundreds of thousands of dollars or pesos. Kaya pagdating sa mga mortgages, sa mga any types of loan, ilaban mo talaga, pababain mo as much as you can. If hindi mo kaya, lalo na yung mga monthly payments niyan, then don't force it. Siguro gusto niya yung farm na yon, kaya pinilit niya na bilhin kahit hindi siya financially capable. Ewan ko, baka malaman natin mamaya.
We've had to go into thousands of dollars of credit card debt to pay our bills. We don't have a savings account anymore, and our credit scores are tank.
Okay, nung sinabi niyang credit scores are tanked, ibig sabihin talagang bumagsak ang kanilang credit score. And kakalungkot. Kakalungkot lang.
Okay.
I've learned that in matters of finance, you have to make decisions without being overly emotional.
I don't even
Parang sarap ulitin nun Uulitin ko nga. Don't be too emotional daw pagdating sa pagde-decide when it comes to your money.
You have to make decisions without being overly emotional.
I don't even drive by my old farm. It's really a very negative part of my life when I see what we could have had.
I have always
So yun nga, hindi na-sustain ni Lolo yung kanyang farm. Okay, pakinggan natin yung sasabihin nitong isa.
offered financial help to friends to help them get through a difficult time, not realizing I was less fortunate too.
When you get to our
Grabe. May kilala ba kayong ganun? Yung tumutulong financially kahit alam mong wala na siyang pera. Ulitin ko nga. Kasi parang marami tayong mga ganyan Pilipino na makaka-relate.
I have always offered financial help to friends to help them get through a difficult time, not realizing I was less fortunate too.
when you get to our age,
Grabe. Sorry, I have to pause for a while kasi I know a relative na ganun. And yeah, ang lagi ko narinig is di bali nang tumutulong kaysa kayo tinutulungan. Which is okay naman talaga if you are financially capable. Pero kung wala ka, di ba? And you're still offering financial support. Probably, I'm not sure if it's because of generosity, because of love. I mean, walang masama doon. Kaya lang you also have to protect yourself financially. Kaya nga, di ba, palaging example dito is yung sa airplane, di ba? Bago mo ilagay yung oxygen sa'yo, sa ibang tao, sa katabi mo, secure mo muna yung sa'yo para makatulong ka sa ibang tao. Ganun din sa finances. Ikaw muna. Hindi siya selfish, okay? Hindi siya selfish. Siguro na iba sinasabi, napaka-selfish mo naman, yung pera mo, tinatabi mo lang para sa'yo. And hindi mo na inisip ibang tao. Which is, gusto ko sabihin na mali yung ganung thinking, no? Siguro sa mga Filipinos, normal na talagang tumutulong ka kahit walang-wala ka na. And sana magbago yon. Dahil kailangan din nilang tulungan yung sarili nila eh. Kasi parang sa atin, okay lang kasi may tutulong naman sa'yo eh. Which is a wrong mindset. Kasi paano naman yung tutulong sa'yo? Baka yung tutulong sa'yo na inisip mo na may pera, nag-struggle din. Diba? So, it's a collective responsibility ng society na tulungan ng sarili natin muna bago ang ibang tao. Yun lang. Okay, balik tayo dito.
it's a little late in the game to try to fix it because the damage is already done. So if you're young and you're working, don't be afraid to put back an extra $20 a week or whatever and don't touch it.
Kahit daw $20, $20 o 20 pesos, 20 dirhams, kung anumang currency man yan, itabi mo pa rin every week kasi nga yung maliit na amount na yan, okay, nagko-compound yan over time. And sinasabi ko rin sa previous episodes ko na hindi siya about sa amount, hindi siya about sa intensity ng pagsisave and pag-invest. It's about your consistency. It's about the frequency na you're always investing. Okay? So, mag-start ka with a small amount and let it grow, let it compound over time. Kasi lalaki yan. Balik tayo kay Lolo.
I'm currently an over-the-road trucker. My current financial situation is probably the reason I keep trucking at my age.
Tandaan na niya, no? Grabe. Mag-80 years old na pero nagtatrack pa. Lino ng mata niya in fairness. Pero, tsaka kaya niya pa mag-drive. Truck pa din na drive niya. Ewan ko. Dahil siguro nga, wala na siyang choice.
I haven't seen too many 80-year-olds out there.
It's okay to care about people. However, you have to look at what it is costing you mentally and financially. You only have so many years to prepare for retirement.
O yun, yun ulit sinabi niya, no? Mentally and financially naapektuhan ka na yung situation and dapat talagang paghandaan mo siya kasi nga you only have a few years to prepare. Talaga, totoo yun. And some of the Filipinos na kakausap ko dito, they start saving for retirement when they're already in their 40s. Yung iba nga 50s na and pa-retire na sila in the next 10 years. And sayang, di na nila ma-maximize yung effect ng compound interest. Kaya nga, maganda na magsimula ka na maaga with any amount that you can. And don't touch it until you retire. Okay, ito.
Dear younger self,
Prioritize your health to avoid financial and physical hardships.
Be prepared for unexpected expenses.
Things change, circumstances change.
I didn't plan on pancreatic cancer at the age of 62. But even with good insurance, chemo, surgery, radiation, and a second round of treatment when the cancer came back caused me to meet my annual $2,500 out-of-pocket maximum for the past 3 years.
My wife had her heart issue. Her income changed immediately.
My jobs were physically taxing, and I feel that contributed to some of the medical conditions. On a scale of 1 to 10, my health is probably a 6.
She was making over $50,000 a year plus benefits, and suddenly she couldn't work.
My savings have been spent on medical bills. I only have enough left to cover my bills for a few months. I can no longer work, so I survive on disability benefits. I can't afford any financial missteps.
I don't know if I can retire anytime soon. Depends on if my health holds up.
Okay, so dito pa lang, alam na natin na talagang health is wealth. And shinare nga nila ng mga retirees na kung hindi mo alagaan yung kalusugan mo, then it's gonna cost you so much in the future. Yung isa ba, no, nagbabayad ng $2,500 para lang sa kanyang treatment, which hindi niya ginusto kasi nagka-cancer siya. And I know cancer is something na hindi mo talaga malalaman or hindi mo alam yung cause. Well, currently, as I'm recording this, I'm not sure in the future. Pero there are still a lot of illnesses na you can prevent, like hypertension, diabetes, or sige, sabihin natin na genetically, yun yung challenge nyo as a family. Yun yung challenge namin as a family. May hypertension yung mother and father side, same, pati na rin diabetes. And it's really one thing na I'm really careful of. I'm 37 and sabi nga nila, life begins at 40. Malapit na. So, maintenance actually begins at 40 years old. Kaya ayoko mangyari yun. And it's something na I'm also really working on na I want to be at the best condition pagdating sa aking health. Kasi dito pa lang, nakikita mo na ang laki ng impact ng poor health when you retire. And alam ko yan, first hand. Sa family namin, ang daming mga kamag-anak na hindi nakakapag-work and at the same time, yun pa yung time na nag-deteriorate na yung kanilang health, which is nakakalungkot. Dahil syempre, sino magbabayad nun? Yung loved ones sila. Kung hindi man charity, hindi man government, which is I doubt, nababayaran ng gobyerno yung mga medical bills. Even PhilHealth will not be enough. I'm telling you this based on personal experience. PhilHealth will not be enough. It's good that merong mga PhilHealth, may mga benefits from PhilHealth, pero it will never be enough. And pag hindi enough ang panggastos mo sa medical bills mo upon your retirement, then merong ibang tao na magsasuffer financially because of that. And alam natin na ang financial stress can also lead to emotional stress sa ibang tao, hindi lang sa'yo. Damay-damay yan. It's a ripple effect of all the things that we are doing sa ating younger years. Yung pag-take care ng ating health, pag-take care ng ating finances, ng ating relationships, everything has a ripple effect. And ewan ko if itong mga sinasabi nila would something that will resonate well with you, pero hopefully it will hanggang sa matapos natin itong video na to. Okay, let's go.
Dear younger self,
Don't retire early.
Continue working as long as you can.
I just wish I could have worked longer. It really would have helped us.
I lost my
That's interesting. Sa panahon ngayon, no, ang daming mga nagpo-promote ng FIRE movement, yung financial independence, retire early. Pero sa kanila, they wish they would have worked longer. Siguro dahil nga, yung pera na kaya nilang itabi could have grown further para sa kanilang retirement. And that's interesting.
my job. I was sort of forced into retirement.
When I was 58, I had more than $500,000 saved for retirement. I turned in my retirement paperwork. What a mistake that was.
Wow. Ang laki na nun, ha? 500K. Well, siguro sa US hindi masyado. Pero I think, even sa panahon yun, malaki ang 500K. Marami ka nang magagawa doon. Pero sabi niya, sana hindi daw niya ginawa yun. Bakit kaya?
You sit around and get bored, and retirement's boring. It really is.
I have no desire
Retirement is boring. Ano kaya yun? Wala talaga siguro. Siguro ginawa nila yung buong buhay nila magtrabaho.
just to lay on the couch and eat brownies every day. And I just think I have to stay active and do something.
All of a sudden, I had no important decisions to make and no social network anymore.
Okay. So talagang work is life siguro sila nung kanilang kalakasan. Kasi wala daw siyang social network eh. So ito no, malaking bagay din na you have life outside of your work. Kasi eventually talagang magre-retire ka. Kung ayaw mo mag-retire, you might be forced to retire because of your age or because of your health. Or sadyang hindi mo na kaya kasi nga marami ng mga mas magagaling sa'yo, mas bata at mas hungry pagdating sa career growth. Ika nga.
It went from hoping I live a really long time to being worried that I will outlive my savings. It's not a great way to feel.
I tried.
Okay, so yung sinabi niya doon is true. Ang number one worries ng mga retirees is that if they can outlive their savings. Kaya it's very important na you plan for retirement. Kahit hindi mo alam yung exact amount kasi hindi mo na talaga, wala mang perfect way to compute for your retirement fund. Pero at least start now para alam mo kung magkano yung target mo. Kasi ang usual na challenge ng karamihan, lalo yung mga bata, no, parang okay na yan, magre-retire naman ako, comfortably nagsasave naman ako eh. Pero hindi mo alam kung magkano yung target mo. Kaya nga it's important na you run your numbers early on kasi kung hindi, baka magugulat ka, kakapusin na lang pala yung pera na meron ka. So, you can run these calculators online. May mga online retirement calculators that you can use para may idea ka lang kung magkano ba yung kailangan mo talaga when you retire, and pag nag-stop ka na mag-work, wala ka ng active source of income, then at least alam mo na meron kang income na pwedeng kitain for this span or for this amount of time na you are in your retirement. Kaya it's good to know your retirement number while you are still working, habang nandun ka pa sa kalakasan mo.
I had to return to part-time work recently. No one's hiring, or if they are, they're not looking for people my age.
It's challenging.
Kasi nga, most definitely, yung kanyang skill set is no longer relevant sa current market. Okay, siguro maganda rin, yan ito na maganda pagplanuhan din siguro na when you retire, is there a way na you can still make money kahit sabi mo na you're just working 2 hours a day? And I think there is. Sa panahon ngayon, may tinatawag, most of us are considered as knowledge workers. Ibig sabihin, hindi tayo kailangan mag-exert ng physical effort when we are doing work and we get paid. Most of us are most definitely succeeding sa ating career, sa corporate jobs natin, pwedeng sa business and all. And ang nagiging asset natin as we grow older is yung ating experience, yung ating skill sets, and probably our network na binibuild as well. Kaya I really believe na ang mga millennials right now should leverage their experience, find a way na they can still monetize it in the future, probably through consulting, through coaching, and by helping others. When I say others, it can be the younger generations na maging mabuti sa kanilang career, sa kanilang business, and sa buhay in general. Kaya nga, I believe na hindi talaga ako magre-retire kasi when I reach a certain age, probably 60 or 65 na ayoko na magkaroon ng active work. Or hopefully, syempre dapat mas maaga. Then I'll still make money through coaching. Kaya it's something that you also have to consider. Kaya lang if yung work mo is hard labor, then siguro kailangan mo mag-isip how you can transition your career para magpapunta ka sa siguro sa training department or find a way on how you can monetize your current skills through teaching. And right now, may mga technology, may YouTube, may mga ways to paano mo ituturo yung expertise mo online. And I think habang bata pa, habang kaya mo pa, gawin mo na siya ngayon. Okay, build a brand out of your career, out of your experience, so that in the future, you will still become relevant dun sa industry mo. And yun lang. Yun lang muna.
To get a job when you're in your 60s.
I don't know if it's my age, but I rarely ever hear back from anybody.
I tried my best to look as young as possible.
I don't feel very marketable at this point.
Honestly, I think they really don't want an old guy who's going to have to take a day off to go to the doctor.
I had a college degree and great office skills, but employers wanted a cute 20-something at the front desk.
Ako, sorry, natatawa ako. Pero natatawa ako sa sinabi niya, no? Totoo yun. Kasi nga, like what I said kanina, sa aba ng sinabi ko kanina. Pero, tatanda ka eh. And kung ang trabaho mo is because of your physical appearance, because of your charming looks, then most likely baka mawala na yan pag tumanda-tanda ka. Kaya nga, again, knowledge is power. Diba? Kaya, if it's something na kaya mong ituro sa ibang tao and nasa-solve niya yung problema ng ibang tao, you can make money out of it. Okay? Monetize your knowledge. I think yun yung isa rin sa mga magandang natutunan ko lately in life. Kaya it's best na you find ways. Ngayon pa lang sa kung anong profession mo, regardless if you are an admin or you are nasa entry level pa lang. Kasi for sure, meron mga ibang tao na gusto matutunan pa rin yung mga bagay na alam mo. Ituro mo, and then mag-charge ka. Eventually, kailangan mo pa rin mag-charge. Okay? Kasi nga, doon mo malalaman if yung skill set mo is profitable pa rin in the future.
I mean, for the most part, even as sick as I am, I could probably outwork anybody in this neighborhood.
In February 2023, I finally started a full-time job with the state agency employer who was willing to give me a chance. I was 63.
I got my first freelance writing gig last week, so there's a new chapter to write, just when I thought it was time for the epilogue.
I'm also doing polymer clay sculptures. When I get stressed out, that's what I do. If I sell it, I feel even better.
You're good at it.
I'm good. Well, thank you. I'm good at it, I guess.
That's good, di ba? So, tinan mo, nagkaroon pa rin sila ng way para kumita ng extra towards retirement. Pero, kaya mo pa rin paghandaan yung part na yan. Siguro sa kanila, akala nga talaga nila is okay na sila sa retirement nila and they will never have to work again. And it's a lesson for us na it may not be the case. Kaya habang malakas pa tayo, like talaga sinasabi to kahit sa clients ko, build a side income through your expertise.
I'm working on becoming a content creator. I want to give opinions on various things in society, also traveling, camping, that kind of thing.
Wait lang, pause ko lang saglit. Alam niyo ba currently sa YouTube, ang dami ng mga nagkakaroon ng mga channels for people who are 40 and above. Yung mga matatanda na group of people, ang dami kaya nagva-viral ngayon sa YouTube ng mga content from them. Kasi nga, konti pa lang din ngayon yung mga content na related sa kanilang edad. So yung mga nauna, then may kinikita sila out of those videos that they're making. And ang ganda, sarap kayo gumawa ng content kasi nakaka-sharpen siya ng mind.
Happy right now because I have a great job. People say they have to go to work. I say I get to go to work.
Don't retire.
Ang ganda nun I get to go to work. It's not something that they have to do.
Retire.
Don't retire. Work as long as you can.
No, I would do
Really?
it in a New York minute, man. I'd
Yeah.
go back to work and love every minute of it.
Wow. That is interesting. Siguro nasasabi nila ito ngayon kasi nga hindi nag-pan out yung in-expect nila na type of retirement life nila, na mas gugustuhin nilang mag-work kaysa mag-retire kasi alam nila na may pera pa rin silang kikitain at the end of the day. Siguro yun yung kanila. No? Mas gugustuhin nila mag-work kaysa mamulube. Which I think, well, kung yun lang talaga option mo, kung hindi ka talaga nakapag-save and invest for your retirement, mas gugustuhin mo talaga mag-work hanggat ugod-ugod ka na. Which sana hindi mangyari sa atin, ano?
So you say, dear younger self, pursue a career you're passionate about.
Dear young
Okay, pursue a career you are passionate about. Yun yung sabi ng isa doon. Well, siguro hindi passion. For me hindi passion. Kasi passion dies down. Pagka nawala na yung interest mo doon sa isang bagay na yun, lilipat ka sa panibagong passion. I think instead of using the word passion, pursue a career na is linked to a greater sense of purpose sa buhay mo or pwedeng sa isang problema na gusto mong solusyonan. Example sa akin is talagang I really wanna solve poverty. So, ang career ko na pinipili is anything related to that, na I would go for careers na kahit mas mababa yung sweldo, pero mas malaki yung free time, then I still get to do coaching, I still get to do content creation. And now, yun nga, nasa full-time coaching na tayo. Pero yun yung mga naging career choices ko after I turned 30. Don't just pursue your passion kasi it's not really a good thing. It's not a good advice. In most cases, it won't really make you so much money. Pero pursue something that you're purposeful about and you will do everything to make money. Trust me on that. Kasi kahit sabi mo na naghihirap ka, nag-struggle ka na, yun siguro yung tamang word. Kahit sabi mo na nag-struggle ka na dun sa work na pinili mo, pero you know na malaki yung greater achievement nito in the future, and then you'll find ways.
younger self, don't wait to embrace change.
Dear young
Oy, ganito nun. Don't wait to embrace change. Karamihan sa atin, no? Ayaw na ayaw magbago. Ayaw na ayaw ng change. Pero there's a quote nga na the only thing that's constant is change. And sa akin, personal experience ko rin dito is nung dinelay ko yung change. Sana mas napaaga yung progress ko sa buhay. Kasi sa una kong work, nag-stick ako sa call center for roughly a decade. 7 years ako, 7 to 8 years. Kasi nga takot akong mag-change. Para naging comfort zone ko na siya. And nung medyo mas tumanda-tanda na ako, I realized how important change is. Dahil yung growth is really outside of our comfort zone. Totoo yun. And if you stick to your comfort zone, there's no way that you can be a better person. Ang purpose ng tao is to reach his or her maximum potential. And the only way to do that is through change. Kaya don't delay change. Ang dami siguro sa atin na nag-stick or na-stuck na sa ginagawa nila kasi nga takot tayo na i-embrace yung mga changes sa environment natin. Pero hopefully, this will help you make that change in or shift in your thinking.
younger self. Pursue a career that you're passionate about.
Find a
Parang naulit. Passion ulit.
passion, even if it's just a hobby.
When I was
Okay. So, puro sila passion, ano? I think ganun yata yung mga older generations. Okay. Sige, go.
younger, I also knew deep down that my teaching career didn't suit me.
I was a self-taught musician. In my early career, I was playing clubs, bringing home $150 to $200 a week, and that was back in the early to mid 70s.
I started playing guitar when I was about 11 years old.
Instead of jumping ship then, I dug in and pursued a higher degree in the same field, thinking the promotion would make up for the lack of personal satisfaction.
I moved away from music and got into jobs that offered a regular paycheck.
When I became a librarian, I did take a pay cut from my teaching career, but it was well worth it to me because I loved going to work so much every day.
My biggest regret is
Wow. Parang sarap siguro maging librarian, walang istorbo sa'yo. Pero tulad nga nasabi ni Lola, no, parang kahit bumabay sweldo niya, naging okay lang sa kanya kasi nga masaya siya dun sa ginagawa niya. And shinare ng ibang tao na, or ng ibang retirees na they are passionate about music. And parang it's something that you always have to pursue. Oo, meron tayong mga choices in life na kailangan natin talagang piliin kasi nga you have to pay your bills. And meron nga mga situations wherein yung things that we really love doing the most are the things that are paying the least. And siguro if hindi man yun something na you can make money out of, at least keep doing it on the side and try building it while you have a full-time job. Siguro yun yung pwede mong gawin. Who knows, no? Paano kaya kung ang ginawa nila is habang may full-time job sila, gumagawa pa rin sila kahit once a month lang, tumutugtog sila. They go to places, to parks, magbabasking sila, tinetest nila, or tumutug sila sa mga iba-ibang events para lang at least they still get to practice what they really love doing. I'm not sure. Siguro wala pa yung technology na yun, meron tayo right now para maging viral. Unlike, kasi nga wala pang social media noong time na yun. Pero for us, na may ganitong klase ng technology, then we really have to maximize it. Instead of you wasting your time, doom scrolling after you go to work. So, pwede mong i-build ang iyong probably ang iyong future life through your side hustles or through your hobbies or through your passion na you can monetize eventually.
It's not having followed through with my music.
Ayun, no, hindi niya nga finalo through. And sabi niya, I still love it.
I still love it. I just can't do it as well as I used to, but I still love it, though. That part will never die.
When you're playing and singing, and it just makes you feel good in general. And my wife likes to hear me sing, and I guess that's the reason I do it. Walk through this world with me.
The one thing I think both Steve and I did right was we made sure that we took care of our parents.
They took care of their parents.
One thing I know I did right was staying connected with people.
My financial choices allowed me to raise and support my children while teaching them to be independent and socially responsible.
Unexpected changes make living in the moment a good skill to have, and I'm always ready to shift gears when needed.
I live on my farmland. I am fortunate to own the land and live mortgage-free.
Yun, nakakuha naman pala siya ng farmland, yung nurse. Yung nagbibigay kahit wala na daw siyang pera. Pero sabi nga nila, no, parang ang kanilang best investments or probably best use of their money was through other people. Through their kids, taking care of their parents.
I take it one day at a time. I'm thankful I made it through the day and get up.
Tindi ni Lolo, nakasilverado pa rin, ano? Hindi ko alam, no? Wait lang, nawiwirdohan ako. Wala siyang pera. Pero nakasilverado siya. And yung bahay niya is, I can say, maayos pa talaga. Ewan ko kung may anak ba siya or hindi pa asawa niya. Siguro pwedeng mag-downgrade ang lifestyle tong si Lolo. Just to save on his day-to-day expenses. I don't know, hindi ko naman alam yung numbers niya.
Get up the next day and do it again.
My greatest accomplishment is having 3 beautiful daughters who are educated, caring, and productive members of society. That is worth more than all the money in the world.
Okay, pause ko lang yun. Yeah, probably. That's worth more than any man in the world. Yung tama pagkakatanda ko. And I think yun naman talagang role ng parents eh. It's really to foster or to teach your children to be good members of the society. Ewan ko kung sinasabi niya na lang yun para lang she can feel good. Pero mukhang sincere naman yung sinasabi niya. And I just think na it's good to raise responsible children. Children who know how to add value to other people. And at the same time, it's good na you retire comfortably. Hindi siya dapat parang maging ano ba mas pipiliin mo? Yumaman ka, yung mga anak mo irresponsable, or the other way around. Dapat ang mindset natin is, okay, nag-retire ka na mayaman, you have the money in the world, and you also were able to raise responsible children. meron naman mga nakagawa nun eh. Siguro for us na are still on the path of building our wealth, ganun siguro dapat yung mindset natin. Like, we have a family, our role is to really to contribute to make the world a better place, and at the same time to raise children na responsable, and also at the same time take care of our own retirement. Hindi yung mag-suffer tayo.
Mostly, we just want to get somewhere where at least there's community, where people seem to care for each other.
I can't waste time looking back at what might have been. My choices, good or bad, are my responsibility.
Somewhere along
O gusto ko sinabi niya, my choices good or bad are my responsibility. Sana all, di ba? Hindi mo papasa yung responsibility sa ibang tao based sa iyong mga mistakes in the past. Sana all.
the way, I learned to approach life with curiosity instead of despair. And that's when everything became adventure instead of trepidation.
Wow, galing. Ano ba yung trepidation? Teka, search ko ano ba trepidation. Trepidation, meaning a feeling of fear or anxiety about something that may happen. Okay, so isipin mo, no? Napaka-optimistic. Ayoko sabihin positive. Napaka-optimistic ng kanyang mindset. And regardless na hindi man siya nakapag-retire with a lot of money, pero she's more focused on the things that she can do moving forward. And yun nga, nasasabi niya, yung curiosity, hindi siya dapat nawawala sa atin. Nakakalungkot lang kasi parang tayo, naging curious tayo nung bata tayo. And as we grow older, nawala na siya kasi nga nasanay na tayo dun sa ini-impose ng society sa atin. And hindi na natin na-practice yung pagiging curious natin. And I always say this din sa mga nakakausap ko na yung mga hindi nila napagplanuhan mabuti yung kanilang retirement. And siguro pa-retire na sila, they usually think about the lost 20 years. And I always tell this na instead of you focusing on the lost 20 years, focus on the next 20 years of your life. Kasi nga, yung 20 years na yun, hindi mo naman mababago yun eh. And the only way for you to predict your future is through your actions today. And if you just focus on changing the way you behave, the way you think about money, then there's still hope for the next days, weeks, months, and years of your life. So, focus your energy on that. Hindi yung mga bagay na nangyari na. And again, yun yung mga actions mo today are the things that you can control, unlike yung mga past mistakes na ginawa mo.
That's when life got really good. I hope you start earlier than I did. But first, open up that Roth IRA.
Di talaga sila makamove on dun sa Roth IRA na yan, ano? Siguro sa US, may sense open talaga ng Roth IRA or mag-contribute sa mga pension plans nila. Kasi they are a developed country and mas maayos yung pag-manage ng kanilang funds. Pero sa Pinas, I'm not really so sure about SSS. Ayoko maging negative. Ayoko mag-badmouth siguro ng mga institutions sa Philippines. Kaya lang, ikaw na lang mag-google kung anong ranking ng SSS pagdating sa mga pensions compared to other parts of the world. Baka madismaya ka lang. And if you are an overseas Filipino na hindi naman obliged na magbayad ng SSS, then find a way para mag-self-fund lang yung retirement. Alam mo, advantage nga natin yun eh. Kasi nga, sa atin, sa SSS, ang investments na pinaglalagyan lang ng pera is dun lang within the local economy, within anything that's happening in the Philippines. Pero tayo, as an overseas Filipino, we have access to global equities, to global funds. And mababa ang mga fees na yun so that we can maximize the returns until such time that we retire. Isipin mo pa paano mo ibibuild ngayon yung sarili mong retirement account through investing.
Love your much older self, Nancy Seeger.
Talaga naman, I love your voice pa. Parang may ano pa tong cameraman ah. Alright, so yun na yung buong episode. I-summarize ko lang yung mga kanilang mga gustong i-share sa atin dahil they would say na they failed. Ayoko sabihin na they failed. Probably if they just have a choice, they definitely do things better. So ang mga natutunan natin sa kanila is number 1, save money and invest in a Roth IRA or 401k or aka save for a pension. Kung wala ka mang pension, as much as possible, build your own retirement fund through global investing. And siguro dadagdag ko dito na baka may lumapit sa'yo na, wala ka pang retirement fund as an overseas Filipino and mag-offer sa'yo ng mga regular savings plans. As much as possible, iwasan mo yung mga yun kasi nga ang dami mga fees na mga yan. And nag-invest lang din naman sila through other people, through fund managers na malalaki yung fees nga, like what I said. And yung mga sales people na yan, hindi naman talaga sila nag-i-invest. Binibentahan ka lang ng mga yan. And kumikita lang sila ng commission out of you. So might as well learn to invest by yourself so you minimize the fees and you maximize your gains. Next is don't pile up debt. So obvious naman yun na ang debt talaga is one of the causes of financial stress. Hindi lang sa mga retirees but also those who are still working. And again, like what was shared early on, nakamiss lang siya ng 6 months na utang and nagpatong-patong na yung mga debts niya kasi nga nagko-compound ang mga interest rates nito pag na-miss out. Lalo yung mga late fees, ganun siya. So next is prioritize your health. And tulad ng mga shinare nila kanina, hindi nila ginusto magkasakit. Pero maganda na i-build mo na yung healthy habits mo. At least kung magkaka-maintenance ka man lang dahil siguro because of aging and because of your genetics, at least ma-minimize mo ang cost of medicines when you retire. Kasi sa totoo lang, napaka-mahal magkasakit. Okay lang yan kung may pambayad ka eh. Kaya lang, kung ibang tao yung magbabayad ng medical bills mo, di ba, maya ka naman. Kaya it's your responsibility para mag-build din siguro ng iyong fund when it comes to medical bills in the future. Sa US may ganyan. Tawag nila doon is HSA, Health Savings Account. Sa Pinas walang ganyan eh. Kaya nga, isa rin talaga magandang i-build na fund, hindi lang retirement fund, but also yung mga pambayad mo ng iyong medical bills in the future. Kasi nga, sobrang mahal ng medical bills. And ang retirement fund mo, usually, gagamitin mo lang yan for your day-to-day expenses. And hindi lahat ng countries may mga long-term insurance. Sa Pinas, walang long-term insurance na pwede mo magamit para may mag-alaga sa'yo when you retire sa old age mo na. And it's something that you also have to prepare for. So sabi pa din dito, don't retire early, which is really different than most of the people right now who want to retire early and travel the world. Siguro nga there's some wisdom there na habang kaya mo pang mag-work, make so much money as you can and then invest so much money as you can as well para nga masigurado mo na hindi ka mawalan ng pera when you retire. And the next is pursue a career you're passionate about. So, do the things that you love. I think yun yung talaga message dito eh. And ang sa akin is a bit of a variation of that. Do a career na you are purposeful about kasi it's more long term. Or you're not making money out of the things that you love. At least find a way to align your strength pagdating sa career choices mo. Kasi that's the only way you can be happy. If you feel na utilize mo yung skill sets mo, yung talents mo, and yung mga bagay na you're really good at, kahit hindi mo man siya passion, di ba? You will still find happiness sa mga tasks na gagawin mo. Nandun yan sa Strengths Finder na assessment. And sinare nila yung mga bagay na they were really happy about, like yung spending on their parents and their children, yung makapagpaaral ng mga anak. Okay, and ang ating relevant Bible verse for this episode is itong Proverbs 6, verse 6 to 8. Sabi doon, go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. So itong verse na to simply tells us yung importance of diligence and preparing for the future. Na kahit sabi mo na walang ibang magtuturo sa'yo or walang ibang uutos sa'yo na magtabi. Gawin mo na habang kaya mo pa right now. Kasi nga, tatanda talaga tayo. Hindi natin alam if we will reach a retirement age, pero it's always better to be prepared. So yon, and that wraps our episode for today. But before I let you go, I hope you can listen to the episodes of Pera and Purpose Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. And if you'd like to have a coaching session with me, message lang ako sa aking social media. Nandiyan, ilagay ko yung links and you can send me an email as well. For other resources na you might be interested, then andyan yung links sa description ng episode na to. Muli, ito si KJ, telling you to prosper with a purpose. See you sa next episode. Bye-bye!